I check Steam for new games almost every day in search of those that I personally would enjoy playing. I bought Retrowave World on the same day it was released, and after spending 10 hours driving and exploring this nostalgic open world, I have a very detailed review for you, so lay back, relax and enjoy the video. Starting with the main menu, you have a few characters to pick from. If you stick with the default option, you also have character customization options to tinker with. I went with Pamela since her walking animation have a very relaxing effect on me. As we move to the settings menu, I advise you as usual to set up your graphical options and then hop into the control tab and edit your key bindings. For some reason by default the map key is set to J and not M. In terms of performance, I didn't see any frame drops. The system requirements on Steam are pretty low, but my system is an overkill for this game and Retrowave World is in early access, so your performance can vary. As for the bugs, the game had plenty of them on launch day. To be honest, I intentionally delayed my review by a few days, since I wanted to see if the developers were going to act fast and fix bugs reported by me and other players on Discord. And a decent chunk of those features are now fixed. So I hope they're going to keep it up and not disappoint us in the long run. From what I see, this game is developed by two guys, but I could be wrong. Now let's hop into the game together and I'll show you the different things you can do. You will be spending most of the time driving around in the open world, which for now is split into 6 maps, or as the devs call them, worlds. I'm going to limit the footage in this review to not spoil all of them, but what you need to know is that you have one main map called Ocean City, and the connection points to the rest of the maps are not always super obvious. The majority of the in-game activities are based on the main map, but the rest are still worth exploring. Right now you have 12 available cars for purchase, most of them are in the Ocean City showroom, but some are available in another showroom which you have to find yourself on one of the other maps. You have camera views from both inside and outside of the cars, and that's something I appreciate in racing or GTA style games, since I want to see the speedometer go to the end and to check the interior of the different vehicles. Despite that, I'm sticking to the outside cam most of the time in this game. The graphics of the city are quite dated in some aspects, but the cars look good. You also have custom shops in which you can upgrade and do some tuning to your vehicle. There is no doubt that the main feature of this game is the ability to just drive around in this 80s themed world with some amazing cars while listening to some pretty nice tracks. The game has a very relaxing effect, especially after a stressful day. Just sitting down and driving around was a form of therapy for me. There are a few activities you can do to make cash in the game. The one that you will do the most is deliver pizza. I hope the developers improve on the numbers of locations you'll be doing the deliveries to, since now they're kind of limited, and when you want to save a few $1000 for a car, you will be doing a lot of those rounds in a row. Still, driving through the town is a lot more fun than the second way you make money, which is saving people who are drowning. To unlock this activity, you first need to speak with the lifeguard at one of the lifeguard posts. I found this way of making cash to be quite tedious, since you are a lot slower when swimming, and usually you also have to do a lot of driving before reaching the next person who is drowning. But you can still do it from time to time when you are already driving in the direction of someone who needs help. You can also make cash by doing time challenges while driving through the maps. The final way of making money is by buying properties, which gives you rent every day. Keep in mind that it's based on real-time hours and not in-game hours. So unless you plan to play the game every day, it's a bit of a slow way to make cash. Personally, I would have liked more if the in-game day lasted 1 hour in real time, and that way you could collect a few rents while having a longer play session. I have seen some players reporting that for them it bugged and there was no rent for collecting, so even though it worked in my case, your mileage may vary. What I hope is that when the game is finished we can actually buy a property to live in, maybe even have a garage to park our cars in. You can also go to the casino. I haven't given that a lot of testing, but I did see some people on Discord saying that they made some nice cash from it. You can also collect the VHS tapes that you find in the world and give them to the guy in the VHS store, but you're not getting money for that. You can also take a look at the Steam achievements. They will give you ideas for other things you need to find around the game world. Some you will find naturally while playing, while others will take some time. If you're a fan of arcades, there is a shop that you definitely need to visit. I went and played all of them and some are quite fun. Obviously neither mine nor any other reviewer's opinion really matters. Our job is to lay down the game and its features and drawbacks, and it's up to you to decide if the game is worth it for you or not. That said, in my opinion, the game is fun, and those who like nostalgia focused games will most likely love it. But if you look for a GTA clone, then the game is probably not gonna do it for you. At the current moment there are no cops in the game and you literally go through the NPCs on the sidewalks. The developers definitely have a lot more work in terms of polishing out the bugs and then adding more maps, cars and activities. I'm curious to see what they will cook in the next year, and once a sizable amount of content is added to the game, I will make another video to cover that. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe and watch some of my other videos. Thanks for watching.